Nasima Nastoh is our guest. Her son Hamad committed suicide in 2000 after intense bullying by his peers. Today is Pink Shirt Day, and Nasima has worked tirelessly since 2000 to raise awareness about bullying in our society. And I say tirelessly, and you know about survival. You were born in Afghanistan?
Yes.
And fled to Pakistan when the Russians invaded?
Yes, and I was 1 month pregnant with my first child, Abdullah. And I remember the time that I almost died because there wasn't water to drink on our way from Afghanistan to Pakistan. And I was running around, and my husband found me a very dirty, contaminated water, and I drank and I survived. It was very dirty water.
You're lucky you survived. Yeah. And you came to Canada with high hopes, I'm sure.
Yes.
And you had a degree, and you had some dreams, and all of that.
Yes. I thought we were in a safe place. I didn't know that bullying is a serious issue until that horrifying night of March 11, 2000.
For other parents, what can you tell them about what to look out for, how to recognize it, how to encourage your child who is being bullied to talk to you, to come home and tell you?
Okay, they have to watch for warning signs, like if your child acts withdrawn and they come home with unexplained injuries and their belongings are missing and they have trouble sleeping and they are moody and they fight with their siblings and stop talking about school and they don't want to go to school in the morning. They always have excuses. They display aggressive behavior. These are the warning signs of bullying. And what they could do, they have to ask trigger question on third party, but how are the boys and girls are treating each other in school? And how are you feeling when you're in school? And the most important thing that a parent can do is to listen to his or her child.
Sure.
This is very important, listening. And always have an open dialogue with your child, because bullying is a symptom of bad behavior, and this bad behavior happens everywhere, in school, workplace, mall, and everything.
Sure.
And it's our job to create a safe learning environment for our child.
Very much so, and having raised teenagers, I know the last person they usually want to tell anything to is you. Yes. They may tell their sisters or their brothers or their friends, and they may not. But I now find out things about my children, now that they're growing up, that I never knew.
The other thing Ahmed told me, every day a teen commits suicide. This was a hint that he gives me, but I didn't understand.
Yes, and he also you didn't know, but he also didn't have some of the classic signs of,
no.
depression and didn't want to go to school, as he said in his note. I know I seemed happy.
Very happy. He was happy, he wanted to go to school, he did very well in school. He had good marks and everything. But he didn't display those signs. But 1 week prior to his suicide, he told me that every day a teen commits suicide, and also he told me that his friend committed suicide. And I said, let's go and see his family. And in his letter, in his suicide note, he said that this was a hint that I gave it to you, and you didn't understand. I lied about saying that my friend took his life. I want parents to watch for those kind of hints. I missed that, but sometimes I don't know why I missed that. This counselor told me when she came to talk to our class about suicide that usually the person committing suicide gives hints. I gave you guys many of hints, but it wasn't your fault. You didn't understand. I lied to you saying my friend killed herself, even though she didn't. It's against our religion to kill yourself. So he gave us this hint, but I missed it. I felt guilty for a long time. Sometimes I said, how could I miss it?
But most parents would, don't you think? I mean, you just would never dream that your child was in that kind of pain or would commit suicide. You'd never think it. And a friend of mine's daughter committed suicide, and she said she had been depressed and having some bad times, and her boyfriend and she had broken up, and she was very sad. And the week before she killed herself, she was happy. And her mother was relieved and thought, you know, good, she's over it. It's all fine. And the psychiatrist said to her at that time, and I don't know what a psychiatrist would say today, once she made the decision, she was at peace, which
Yes.
shocked, you know, the parents certainly.
Yeah,
and-
because suicide is not about dying, it's about ending the pain.
Where will you take this from here? Will you work with bullies as well as kids who are bullied?
Yes, with both victims and bullies as well. As I said, but some kids, they don't know what they are doing is wrong. They
Right.
need education. They need information.
Sure, but the anti-bullying to me comes from the parent, the dignity and the grace that we want our
respect,
children
yeah.
to grow up with, and we want our kids to value other kids no matter what they're like or how they are.
Because some kids are using homophobic name like gay. You look so gay. They didn't mean that he's or she's gay, but they use these words. They need education, yeah.
Racial
Racial
slurs.
slurs, black, white, or any.
Of course.
Yes, short,
course.
tall, yeah.
And if a child can ignore it, it's great. But how many people can?
But it's not easy to ignore it.
No, I know. I know.
Especially when you're a teenager.
Do you think a day like this is important?
It is very important, but we have to have measure of accountability. I have to mention this because some schools, they don't admit that there is bullying in their school. I don't know why. There is bullying, but they don't want to admit. If they don't want to admit, and they have to admit and provide help to the victims of bullying and to the bully as well.
Sure. And prevention is so much of it, as you know so well.
Now, I am working on prevention with our coalition, with our other organizations as well.
Oh, great. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Nasima Nastoh